What's up, guys? Scott Martin here, Scott Martin Challenge. We have got a great show for you today. I'm standing here on the shores of Pickwick Lake on the Tennessee River, right inside the town of Florence, Alabama. It's going to be a great show today. It's springtime. We're going to be targeting big smallmouth bass and big largemouth bass. My special guest, friend, and teammate is Jonathan Newton, Ranger and Evinrude Pro. This guy knows how to catch them. He's lived here his whole life, and he's even won a bunch of big tournaments here, including a big Everstart tournament just a few years ago. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned.
Oh, wow! 14 pounds, 5 ounces. There he is. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah! Woo! Game time. Woo! Oh. Look at that fish. Unbelievable.
Dude, it is cold here in North Alabama.
Freezing.
Unbelievable, man. This is a spring that I don't ever remember spring like this. We're April. We're here at Pickwick Lake, the smallmouth factory of the world. And it's 30-something degrees out, maybe snow.
Maybe spitting a little snow. Yeah. And it's the middle of April, not just the first. It's crazy. The weather's been crazy, you know. Here's
what we're gonna do today with the challenge. Instead of doing like me versus you, let's do a team deal, okay? And let's go against the fish. Let's try to catch an over 20-pound bag of smallmouth, largemouth, or spots. I don't care how it works out. Over 20. What do you think?
I know we can do it, matter of fact. So
over 20, that's the challenge.
If we say we know we can do it, we've got to go do it. So
Pickwick, Alabama. Florence challenge. I like it.
Let's do it.
All right. Jonathan and I are both coming off a great finish at Beaver Lake in Arkansas. We literally just got in last night. Jonathan finished real high at Beaver Lake. I finished in the top 10. It was great. We're super excited about getting out here on Lake Pickwick, the mecca for great fishing here on the Tennessee River. I have my little touchscreen 7-inch units here, and you can just move things around. It's all touchscreen, pinch and pull like an iPhone. Yeah, it's all good stuff. And then I can have my split screen. I can have down view, side view. Matter of fact, look at these fish on the graph. See these fish I'm going over right now? Look at that.
Yep.
Those are some type of fish, bass or something. But it's cool. You know, if you can afford to put multiple units on your boat, you can have lots of different options going on.
You know, we've chosen to fish below Wilson Dam today, and this water below Wilson Dam, it's a fish factory, man. There's full of bait fish up here, and this constant current really keeps these fish growing and getting big, and it's just a blast to fish up here.
I'll tell you, it's pretty chilly. I put ice in it at the beginning of practice at Beaver Lake, and the last day of the tournament, which was 7 days, it still had ice in it.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's a serious cooler, man.
There's one.
Big one?
I don't know. It's a largemouth, but hey, just a good solid.
Oh yeah.
Good solid fish.
Nice.
Now, that got me heated up.
that water's warm though.
I know, the water is warm. I think the.
Good job, dude.
Thank you. The biggest.
We got out of that current.
Yep.
We got out of that current and got in here in this calm water. Nice largemouth. You know, starting off this morning, we got out there and it was really windy, really cloudy. To be honest with you, it was very hard to fish. My hands were frozen, and we just weren't really catching them. So Jonathan had a great idea to move up in the slack water. So this is where these fish, if they're not out there in the current, you know, during the spawn time of the year, they'll move up in here to kind of get ready.
That's right. This is really the only place they have to go that's that they can spawn. You know, part of fishing is making adjustments. We knew that those fish wasn't biting. It was on a full moon. We made that adjustment, and we started catching a lot of largemouth and smallmouth.
Oh yeah,
so
some nice quality fish.
It worked out good.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
How big's yours? Oh, you got a big one, dude. We figured them out.
I got white line on here. I'm gonna try to boom,
nice.
Double.
We made an adjustment, and the adjustment is working.
Oh my goodness.
Get out of that swift water, man. That Trokar. Here's why I like Trokar. Look at that.
Oh,
see that hook?
It's not going
that hook is through his face. And that's what these Trokar, the point of that hook penetrates so much easier than any other type of hook. I see that all the time, and I don't remember seeing that. Before I used Trokar, I didn't go through that hard part a lot. Right. And that's when you lose them. We figured something out, dude.
Finally.
It's comfortable over here.
It is. Let's stay right here.
It's way more comfortable over here than out there in that wind and 30-degree weather.
The Scott Martin Challenge is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, Your adventure starts here. Trokar, the world's sharpest fish hook. Ranger, still building legends, one at a time. This segment of the Scott Martin Challenge is brought to you by Evinrude, introducing the all-new Evinrude E-TEC G2, the outboard of the future, available today. Okuma Fishing Tackle, there's no stopping Okuma. Garmin, the clearest scanning sonar images on the water. Make sure to follow the Scott Martin Challenge online to stay up to date with all the latest videos, fishing tips, and much more. Don't forget to find us on Facebook for a chance to win a fishing trip with Scott Martin on world-famous Lake Okeechobee.
Florence, Alabama is the mecca for great fishing here on the Tennessee River. If you're looking to go and have a great time with your family, enjoy some wonderful fishing, Florence, Alabama is the place to go. And I'll tell you why. They have great restaurants and great shopping. And there's so much history here with the music. A lot of country music, a lot of old classical rock has come out of here, and of course the fishing's great. You know, with my wife and my 4 kids, they might not all want to go fishing every day, so they can stay in town, do a lot of great things. We stayed literally 100 yards from about where we're fishing right now, so it's just a wonderful place to come and visit.
You know, Scott, this is actually what we're doing here. The current is out there, obviously.
Right, I mean, that's the flow side.
Yeah, and this island right here pretty much protects this area from any current coming through.
And they call this area the Horseshoe.
The Horseshoe, yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, as
famous
you can
spot.
see, it is a very famous spot. You can see there's current coming through here, but
right.
not like over there.
Right.
Oh, there's another one. There's another one. There he is. That's a good one.
Good one?
I think so.
What we need right there.
Nope, not really.
Yeah, but we're on.
But we're on them.
Right in there?
Yep, right in there. Well, he thinks he's big.
Yeah.
The good thing about the Horseshoe is it's formed by an island and it's just slack water. It's a place for these fish to come in and spawn. I mean, there's bait fish, crawdads, everything in here. So
yeah,
it has everything that you need.
You're right. Anytime they're not in the swift water, they're kind of in the Horseshoe.
That's right.
And the good thing about the horseshoes are always good luck. Nice. Cool. We're getting it figured out, and that's what's important, and that's what's so fun about fishing, is that when you make adjustments on the water. We came out here fully expecting to catch a lot of fish in the current, but obviously that didn't happen. So now we've moved up here in the calm water and we're getting bites. We haven't caught one of those big ones yet, but it's any moment now, I promise you.
He's not very big, but
all right.
Smallmouth.
Good job. That's not the 6 or 7 pounder we're looking for, but we have figured out where the fish are, dude.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we did creature baits. I threw a little creature bait, Jonathan threw a little finesse worm, and we just kind of made long casts out there and drug that worm back across the bottom. And the key to that is slow. Fish it real slow. And when you feel those rocks, kind of give it a little time in there. Let it soak a little bit. Because some of these fish may be spawning, but also some of these fish may be post-spawn. They might be trying to feed a little bit. They're not real active this morning.
You know, we started the day this morning out in the current. The cloud cover was here, it was sleeting, it was snowing, it was cold, and we wasn't catching anything, so we moved in the slack water. We started catching a lot of largemouth. I mean, we caught a lot of largemouth, and then it started slowing down. And so I said, you know, and we both agreed that we need to go back out to the current.
All right, what are we gonna do now?
We're going right out here to fish the seam.
What's your thought on that?
Well, I'm thinking that the fish that are still out there,
Yep.
that are transitioning to move up in here, are still out here feeding on the edge of it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try the edge of it.
Sun's out a little bit.
Sun's
warmed
out.
up a little bit, not a lot.
Not a
but
lot.
The sun's out, that might be
Yeah.
the key.
That is the key, I hope.
We started out there this morning, it was cloudy, super cold. I couldn't even hardly feel my hands.
I don't even know if I made a cast.
Yeah.
A good one anyway.
So that's what's so cool about this area right here, is that like literally the boat ramp is a mile from here. And there's thousands of bass between that bridge and that dam right there.
It is.
And you can come out here and throw the fish in the current. You can go up in the slack water.
Yep.
You can throw these laydowns right here. I mean, there's all kind of, it's like its own little lake right here. And Florence is right there. We're staying in the hotel right there.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about the most convenient fishery on the planet, right here in Florence. We ate dinner right there, downtown's right there, everything. Awesome.
Perfect. Let's catch a big one.
Oh, nice job on the adjustment, man. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Go with this.
Yes.
Boy, that's a smallie. Good. Look at that one, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Look at this.
Wow, look at that one. Yeah. Wow.
Closed captioning for the SMC provided by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. Check us out at engel-usa.com for more information and a chance to win an Engel Cooler Dry Box. This segment of the Scott Martin Challenge is brought to you by Startron. Enzyme fuel treatment cures and prevents ethanol fuel problems. PowerPole. Swift, silent, secure. P-Line. Delivering the leading edge of quality, high-performance fishing line.
When I need hooks, I stop by Bass Pro Shops because they've got the widest selection anywhere, like the new Trokar TK135 HD flipping hook. This stuff gets those big fish out of heavy cover. For more information about where to find your local Bass Pro, be sure to check them out online at BassPro.com. Let me show you what we're using out here in the swift water. We're going to go up in the calm water here in a little bit. They're not biting out here in the swift water as good as we were hoping, but we're taking a swim bait. This is a 1/2 ounce head, little hollow body swim bait, little paddle tail type deal, and rigging it up on 15-pound P-line fluorocarbon. I've got it rigged up on a 7.5 foot, one of my signature series of Kumas, right here with a Helios reel. And 15-pound line is really a nice size line for this current. You know, you don't want too big a heavy line because it grabs too much current and moves the bait too much, but 15's nice. And that's our little setup right there, just a little swim bait. And that's our current deal. And then when we go up in the calm water where these fish might be actually spawning, we're gonna throw jigs and little soft plastic worms around and stuff like that.
There's one.
All right.
There's one. That's a big one.
Big one?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh,
That's a big one. That's a smallmouth too, shaking his head.
oh my gosh, what is that thing?
I don't know.
Does it look like a, oh, look at that big smallie.
Get him!
Got him, dude.
Yep.
Got him.
Got him!
Oh, nice job
That's what we're
on
looking
the
for.
adjustment, man. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful small.
Isn't that pretty? Man, that's beautiful.
That helps the cause. Waypoint on the Garmin.
No mistake.
Do a waypoint because you want to know exactly where we are. You know, one of the reasons Pickwick Lake's so good is all the flow that they have through here, generating a lot of current. And what that provides is a great feeding opportunity for all these bass. One of the tips I can give you when you're fishing in a lot of current like we did today is boat control. Keeping your boat positioned the proper way, kind of pointed into the current and drifting backwards. And when you get a bite, save a waypoint. You know, I've got a Garmin graph on my boat and it's very accurate GPS. And several times today when we got a couple bites in the air, we'd waypoint it. And then after we drifted through there, maybe caught a fish, we would idle back up and drift back through. When we got back to that same waypoint, most of the time we got another bite. So you drop the waypoint right there on that spot.
We need to move.
We'll go back up there.
Yep, let's move.
See, with all this current, you drop a waypoint where you got bit. We got bit like 100 yards up there. The current's ripping 5 miles an hour down through here. And we'll go back up and drift back down through that spot. And that's the importance of having a good GPS. It's very accurate like the Garmin's. It drops that waypoint on there. We'll go up above the waypoint and drift right back down where we got that bite. All right, Jonathan, look here on this. This is the new Garmin side view. They have down view, side view, and new maps. But that's what we're catching these fish off, big boulders like that, right?
That's it.
When you see these marks, that's these big boulders. And these smallmouth hide behind these rocks out of the current, on the bottom. And our swim bait is coming down and swimming beside those big rocks that we see. Oh, see, look at all those rocks right in there. And that's about where we got bit. You know, and that's why we got bit over there, because there's more rocks. That's why having side view is important, because it allows you to see what's to the right and to the left of the boat. You know, we've got this zoomed out to 70 feet, so it's scanning 70 feet to the right. Look at that big pile of rocks right there. You know, you gotta have a really good graph and sonar when you're fishing this offshore rock piles like we did today. We can't visibly see the rocks, but with the side view, we can scroll out and see the rock piles 50, 60, 70 feet to the left or right of the boat. We could troll motor over there and make casts in that area, and that was really key. It really helped us catch a lot of extra fish today. Oh, nice one, dude.
Here's a good one.
Look at that one, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Look at this.
Wow, look at that one. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. That's what we're talking about, dude. We made the adjustment.
Oh, yes, we have.
We made the adjustment, and that's almost a 5-pound smallie. Woo.
I'm glad I didn't miss.
That is what people come to Pickwick Lake for. Big old fat smallmouth.
You notice I'm fishing.
Nice.
Awesome.
That big old fat one, man.
Man,
He's so
he's pretty.
thick. Look at that. Oh, look, look, look.
You know, the big bass that we caught today, big smallmouth out there, when I got the fish in my hands and I unhooked it, I looked down its throat and all I see is a big tail sticking out. I pulled the fish out of its stomach and basically it was a big drum. And that big smallmouth, almost a 5-pounder, it ate a fish that was probably 6 or 7 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
look at
goodness.
little drum or something.
It's a drum. Yep.
Little drum. When you catch fish that have tails sticking out of their mouth, that means they're feeding. Nice.
The Scott Martin Challenge is brought to you by MPAC. Fish more, snag less. Bob's Machine Shop. Go fast, go shallow, go efficient. And by Hendry County Tourism.
All right, dude, we're a couple fish away from maybe 20 pounds. We're close. We've got a pretty good bag so far. What do you think we finish out the day in this
Yes.
little slack water?
Let's do
You know,
it.
we caught some largemouth and a couple smallmouth in here.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna get the creature bait back on. Power pole down right here. Let me show you my setup here for what we're doing. We're back in the slack water, kind of catching largemouth now. I've got a 7-foot 3-inch Akuma. This is my signature series rod. Awesome rod, by the way. Personally designed every one of these rods. 15-pound P-line fluorocarbon, very good fluorocarbon. Obviously a Trokar hook, my favorite hook on the planet. And as you've seen today, pretty simple deal. We've got back here in the slack water. We're out smallmouth fishing earlier in the current, out there in that open water. Now we've pulled back in here around these rocks and laydowns, and the largemouth are biting like crazy.
There he is. He come back.
Got it
Now my
again.
line's wrapped around the end of my rod. Are you serious?
Yeah, really?
Really? You know, Scott, I know this is your show, but there was more than one time today that I think I threw in there and missed a fish, and he threw in there and caught it.
Uh-oh.
Is he got
Got it.
yours? Hey, that's not fair, man.
We're a team, man.
Yeah, we're a team. That's right. Hey, there goes the other half of my worm.
That was
You
the other
see
half.
that? So I'm not sure about this.
We're a team, man. We're a team. And I wasn't stealing your thunder.
No,
Every time you
no,
did set the hook and have one, a lot of times I threw right in there and caught another one.
I would have done the same thing.
That means I'm better fisherman than you.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Yeah, when we came back in here, it was kind of a difference maker because it was later in the afternoon. The slack water had warmed up a little bit. And I think, you know, we started catching those better fish more around those rocks because this time of year, early spring, especially when the water temperature's still a little on the cold side, those bigger female bass will slide up close to the rocks because the rocks absorb the heat from the sun and they warm up. And this time of year, they need a little heat. That's the way to double up.
End of the day.
Beautiful, beautiful fish.
Look how pretty
That'll
that
help
one
us
is.
by a little bit.
That will.
All right, let's give him the box and see what we got. You know, one of the things I love about fishing here in Florence is that you never know what you're going to catch here on Pickwick Lake. We caught largemouth bass. We caught smallmouth bass. We made the right adjustments, and that's what fishing's all about. And that's what I love about fishing. You know, if we just caught fish every single where you went, every cast you made, yeah, that's fun for a little while. But it's those moments that you're not catching them, and then you have to decide, man, what do we got to do? Do we need to go fish the current? Do we need to get back in the slack water? Do I need to throw a swim bait? Do I need to throw a creature bait? And we start making little adjustments and start putting together a pattern. And we caught a ton of fish today. I mean, we caught 25 bass today.
Yeah.
Woo!
This one is not happy. Not happy.
He is mad.
He is not happy.
I got him!
Oh. That's a good one.
Dude, that's really a good
Man.
one.
That is
Really
awesome.
a good one.
That is.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's awesome.
I mean, we have caught a lot of fish today. You know, I
Awesome.
mean, it wasn't the best day of weather-wise. I mean, it's
Well, Pickwick has showed off, my friend. We're going to be right on the bubble of 20.
yeah, we will be.
Let's see what they weigh. The
Let's see.
challenge was 20 pounds.
And it is going to be close. It's going to be super close.
All right.
One.
Nice one. Look at that.
That's pretty.
That's a beautiful smallmouth.
It is beautiful.
Oh, that was your late day
Late day
shaky head worm fish. Here's another nice largemouth. Look at that.
That's pretty.
Wow. Swim bait smallmouth.
Big smallmouth.
Swim bait smallmouth. All right. Oh, it does feel like 20. You've got to be kidding me, dude. 19.4. 19.4? Come on, man. We're right on the bubble of 20.
Hey, let's fish longer.
We can keep fishing. I tell you, if you're wanting to go bass fishing on the Tennessee River, I really recommend going to Florence, Alabama, and here's why. Number one, the people are great. They've got great restaurants, great shopping. The fishing is fantastic, as you've seen today. It's just amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's show. Jonathan and I had an absolute ball. We came up just a little bit short, but hopefully you learned a little bit about how to fish a river, how to fish in current, how to fish in slack water. So stay tuned next week. New lake, new challenger. Thanks for watching the Scott Martin Challenge, guys.